Hey guys, I was listening to the radio on my way home from work, and I heard a rendition of "Amazing Grace," and it got me thinking. I'm going to try something I've never done before. I'm actually going to try and record a video of me singing. This is not to be funny. I really have always been blessed by this song. It is a song I used to sing to my children when they were very young, and I think it's one of the few hymns that really captures what we come to understand when we understand what grace is. That we are wretched, vile people who need God's grace for salvation. And I've always loved this song because I believe it captures that. And this hymn is just one of those just very powerful, very moving hymns, but at the same time just so solid from a biblical perspective. I pray this is a blessing to you. I'm not trying to do this out of fun or any kind of self-promotion. I just want to share with others something that I've always been blessed by. So I pray it's a blessing to you. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Tis grace hath brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less day to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Folks, the reason that hymn means so much to me, and I pray it means so much to you, is that it is literally the grace of God that saves us. There is not a single thing about me, you, or anyone else in this world that is redeemable. We deserve the wrath of God. And I don't care what this world wants to tell you. You're not the good person by God's definition that the rest of the world wants you to believe you are. By comparison to everyone else, yeah, we can really look great in our own eyes. But in the standard of God's holiness, His perfection, we're wrecks. And we deserve His judgment. We deserve it for every lie we've told, every lustful thought we've had, every time we desired something that didn't belong to us, every time we made up a God in our own mind that was okay with our sin. That's sin. That is rebellion against God. And yet, by his grace, despite the fact that we rebel against him, he sent his Son to die for sinners, to take on the punishment that we deserve. And that grace was poured out on the cross as the wrath of the Father was poured out on the Son. That's God's grace, that someone took the sin debt that we owed, did it for us, so that we could be redeemed and we could be made whole and we could be made righteous, and be given a new nature and be made to be sons and daughters of God. That's grace. It's something we don't deserve. It's unmerited favor. And when John Newton penned this, he understood that. This man was a slave trader. He was one of the most despicable people in the world. He took part in taking people from their homes and selling them into slavery. If there was a man who understood vile sinfulness, it was John Newton. And God redeemed him through Christ. And those words that he penned are the capturing of what that revelation is. So I don't care if you actually liked how it sounded. What I care about is, did you know the grace of God through Jesus Christ? So if you liked it, I'm grateful, but what I care more about is, do you love Jesus? Do you submit to him in repentance and faith? And are you redeemed by him? So God bless you guys. I hope you have a great night.